Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Friday, July 18th, 2025. Yeah, I got Coco here. I got Coco. Remember this day. Remember today. Today really is going to go down in the history books as something, and I don't even know what. President Trump has now signed into law the most unconstitutional money. It's not even money. Financial system in world history, in the history of this nation. Let me explain this to you maybe another way. You guys can hear me okay? Pretty good. Listen, right under our noses, we just got a brand new, completely new monetary system. And how they're going to implement this is going to be in stages. I'm going to talk more about this moving forward. Nowhere in the United States Constitution is there a provision for corporate entities to create their own. This isn't, I don't even want to say currency because it isn't. The name stablecoin, okay, it's not currency. It's not money, okay? These stable coins are linked to the dollar or could be treasuries or whatever. It's something to keep them stable, okay, henceforth. But it's not currency. You have to understand, if it were labeled as currency, it would flat out be unconstitutional. There's no provision, as I said, in the Constitution for President Trump just signed into law. None. It's not currency. It's not money. It's stable coins. That's the name. Now you're going to see BlackRock stable coins. You're going to see JP Morgan stable coins. You're going to see Circle stable coins, whatever it might be. These are not currency. Again, these are just digital things created out of nothing. Now, again, the way that this is set up, again, this is worse. Levels of magnitude, orders of magnitude worse than what we would have had with a central bank digital currency. Again, President Trump's executive order, that was the bait. The switch was, we're going to do it anyway, but we're going to do it in a way where there is no congressional oversight whatsoever. Not even a slight. They're going to privatize the financial system. The backbone of our nation, of every nation, is this currency. Now, we don't even have that anymore. They've actually taken it away. It's a stable coin. They can't even call it currency. You understand? Overstand? That's what this is. Again, for you lawyers out here, tell me where I'm getting this wrong. Where in the Constitution does it say that we can have private corporations, including Donald Trump? He has his own stable coin, USD1. It is also going to be implemented into the system. And all of it is going to be managed by a central authority, the Federal Reserve. This is a wet dream for these corporations here who can now, just like, the Federal Reserve, create whatever they want out of nothing because it's not currency. It's certainly not money. These are stable coins. Think of what I'm saying here. This is a corporate takeover being run by a central authority, which isn't federal or anything else and has no reserves, the Federal Reserve. And we have a president who just signed this into law. It's illegal. It's illegal. Let's talk about it. Trump signs a corporate-issued DigiCash stablecoin system until it's not even DigiCash. It's a stablecoin. It's not currency. It's not money. Trump's to sign first major federal cryptocurrency bill into law. President Donald Trump is slated Friday to sign the first major federal law governing cryptocurrency, which stablecoins aren't even a cryptocurrency. It's a digital thing. A business that Trump's family has begun forging strong ties to and have promoted in recent years. As I told you, President Trump already has his own, which he created earlier this year. You think there's a coincidence like that? At the same time he signed the central bank digital currency ban, he was laughing at you, laughing in your face. The House of Representatives passed the Genius Act with bipartisan support. Okay. Anyway, with Trump's signature, and I'm just going to read something to you that I put out in a paper from earlier. It legally authorizes and embeds corporate issued stable coins. Again, these are not currency, these are not money, into the US financial system. This is not money, it's not cash, it's a stable coin. This is nothing but a permission slip outside constitutional authority, a programmable, trackable, digitally managed token of control. Okay. Multiple levels, orders of magnitude worse than a central bank digital currency. Because again, there would be oversight, even just a little bit. Now it's gone. It's completely privatized. Again, tell me where it shows anywhere in the. Let me tell you something about the U.S. Constitution. Okay, it's being systematically erased. It's going to be a piece of paper that might as well be blank. If you believe that due process is going to be something that you're actually going to have not too far off, no matter if you're an illegal or illegal, whatever you are, it's gone. There's not going to be nothing. This nation is being taken apart piece by piece. We've never seen anything like it in the history of the world, in the history of the United States. Again, we're a failed state. And what's happening here is corporate control. And then now that corporations control stable coins, so it's not currency, not money, we literally lose on a grand scale. How else can I say this to you guys? I don't know what I'm saying. What else I can say to you to make you guys understand what just happened? Again, under the distraction of the Epstein. Everyone look at the Epstein thing. Don't look at what we're doing. We just got a new monetary system. We just got a completely new monetary system. You can't make it up. But that's what just happened. Orders of magnitude worse than had we gotten a Fed coin, a central bank digital currency. Do you realize, I've been telling you guys and girls this for years, whatever we get, they've already planned years ago. When President Trump signed that executive order, it was a spit in your face because he knew there was already a workaround. Why do you think he introduced, him and his sons, their own stable coin earlier this year? Before JP Morgan stablecoin, before BlackRock and everybody else, you got Trump's USD1. Do you see what's happening here? This is unrecognizable. Let me tell you something. Make plans to get out of this nation because we are going to see a dissolving of the United States. This is a spit in the face to our founding fathers and to the U.S. Constitution. This is absolutely unconstitutional at every level. Okay, if you think that's just the beginning, this is nothing where we're going. I'm losing my train of thought because I am so upset over this, and you should be too. But where's the outrage? Where are the people while President Trump signs this into law? They're going to be cheering USA, USA, USA. What is this? This isn't the United States of America. This isn't even the United States of corporate America anymore. We are devolving into some other entity here, controlled, yes, by corporations who can now issue their own stable coins, which aren't currency and aren't cash, but they're going to be worked just like cash, trackable, traceable, everything else. The actual cash you have being phased out. Again, there's autonomy in that. In an actual currency, there is autonomy. Now, none, zero. How do you feel about that? Is this what you signed up for? MAGA people, I'm waiting for you. I'm not calling you out. I'm calling you in. What are you doing? You still focused on Epstein? You really think you're going to know who's on that list? The power brokers of the world are on that list here. If you think you're going to be privy to that information, you got another thing coming. Whatever they float out to you is going to be fake. So, anyway, I just can't. I put out so much material on this as of late. It's all in your inbox if you do sub to our revolution. Okay, we need a revolution. And we're going to look, man, they're going to call out the military on you. You're going to have no rights, no freedoms, no liberties, and they're going to tell you it's good for you. Believe me. And with the Federal Reserve, let's talk about the Federal Reserve here. Fed says, get ready. Here it comes. Fed Waller says the labor market is weaker than it looks. Really? Okay. Justifying interest rate cuts this month. And the game that the Fed and Trump is playing right now on the people. It's unbelievable. So Fed Waller says the labor market is weaker than it looks. He says private sector job growth is near stall speed and flashing red. Make no mistake, this is a signal to the markets to expect planetary debt expansion, artificially suppressed rates, and currency devaluation on top of this new stablecoin system on a scale never been seen before. Let's break this down. Here's the translation. Private sector job growth is stalling. That's the Federal Reserve. But they're telling us at the last FOMC meeting we're progressing fine at a moderate pace. Everything is looking great. But here they tell us a different story. This is not a warning, okay? This is a justification. It's a prelude to a new round of debt expansion, suppressed rates, and currency debasement on a level the United States and the world has never seen before. What's coming? We already know. Planetary debt expansion. They're going to unleash massive new borrowing under the guise of stimulating growth or supporting workers. Translation, more poison injected into the corpse, which is unrecognizable anymore. The United States, whatever we are, we're not united under anything. Artificially suppressed rates, wallow words equal a green light for the Federal Reserve, typo here, I just noticed it, to inflate into hyperdrive. Why? Because if job growth stalls, their mandate, the Federal Reserve has a mandate to maintain full employment. Well, what they're going to tell you is we have a mandate to maintain full employment, so that means we have to print into oblivion. Make it up. So currency devaluation, stealth hyperinflation, all this new debt and printing will further debase the dollar, which is a stealth war against your savings, your labor, and your worth. Why did Waller say this now? They need to prep the narrative for the next round of QE-like policies, although, of course, they're not going to call it QE. Moreover, with legal stablecoin integration, again, it's now law, already happening, it's now law. Expect more emergency measures to justify control or stealing of your liberties and your freedom. Do you realize, again, what we just said? These are not currency. These are not money, these stable coins. Private corporations are going to be able to issue these stable coins backed by the dollar, and you're going to be forced to transact in them. Lions, this is confirmation of what we've been saying. Babylon will never stop printing. And not only are they going to not stop printing, they're going to have corporations and, of course, a sitting U.S. president who has his own stablecoin do the same thing. The failing labor market, as per Waller, is the excuse. Your dollar, your assets, your savings, your voice are under siege. And now with private stablecoins embedded into law, again, remember what I'm telling you. I'm going to say it again. They're not currency. They're not money. The Fed and its corporate partners have a new pipeline to push liquidity into the system while tightening the leash around you. You really thought you were going to be more free, you MAGA people? I'm not calling you out. I'm calling you in. I want you to wake up. Now, last thing I want to talk about. All this is in your inbox if you sub to the Freedom Platform. I want you to have this in your hand. I want you to study this stuff. I want you to talk about this with your family. Lions, another red flashing beacon from the bond market. Traders in a critical corner of the bond market are back to flashing red. Now, again, this is all in your inbox. The bond market is giving us a story here. We got big problems with regard to inflation. It's not going to stop. Let me ask you this. Now that you understand that the Federal Reserve is now the hub of this new system, make no mistake. This is the fear that everyone feared. They needed a major distraction, right, Mitch? What did they do? This whole Epstein thing, the back and forth, it's on my desk, it's not, to get people up in an outrage so they can't think of anything else. And then they pull this off, a new monetary system right in your face. No one wanted it. No one would want this. We the people didn't even get to vote on it, talk about it. And it's amazing how they passed this. Again, there was some conservatives. There was a whole group of conservatives who didn't want anything to do with it that during the 9-hour marathon vote. Somehow, President Trump convinced them. President Trump himself, look it up for yourself, convinced this group of conservatives that this is what they need to do, and they all switched. What did he promise them? What got promised to these people is what I want to know. Because that was the holdout. This would have prevented this whole thing. You think President Trump would have been smiling today, signing this abomination, circumventing the U.S. Constitution, allowing corporate entities to create stable coins, which aren't currency and not money, but they're going to operate like a dollar because it's backed by it? You got to be kidding me. It's a stable coin. MAGA, is this what you wanted? Are you getting what you wanted here? Or is it time for you to open up your stinking freaking mouths? Or you're still locked in the delusion that this is a bigger part of a plan and we're going back to a gold back currency because Trump is going to save us all? You can't make it up. We can't make it up. It's incredible. You know what? Look up. You're absolutely right to a certain degree. You're right. People swipe and swipe and swipe. They don't use cash. And that was a transition to get people to get used to not using cash to participate in this digital system. But now this takes it to the next level, bro. This is not a central bank digital currency. It would have been a currency. This here is something different. These stable coins are not currency. They are not money in any way, shape, or form. They're going to convince you that it's some other thing, but it's not currency. Certainly isn't money. This is nuts, man. This has gotten out of control on an epic level, guys. We lose so badly. We are losing. You thought we were losing under Biden. We are losing orders of magnitude worse right now under Trump. Losing our liberties and freedom. No longer we have a currency anymore. We're being transitioned into some other tokenized. I already told you. I already told you guys some years ago. Q Manson, thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the options profit. You're welcome. Did it work out for you? They did well, right? Speaking of that, I will have new breakdowns for the market for you. New breakdowns for crude, gold, Bitcoin, and XRP. Breakdowns of all that and how to trade it. And you can look, guys. I'm telling you, you do what you want. You got to understand risk here. But Scott, you're not going to be able to use it, dude. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, buddy? Again, we're being transitioned into full tokenization. This is just the first step. I'm telling you guys and girls right now, I know you don't want to hunker down. You're betting against the system, but be ready to leave the United States because you're going to see things. Again, we're building. Why do you think? Do you think that these are convergence is just happening by accident? What am I talking about? We're now building the largest police force the world has ever seen. There's ever been built in the United States with these camps, okay? These, it's for illegals. We're not allowed to know who's really going in there, but it's just for illegals. It's for you. It's a containment area. These are containment areas for you if you do not comply. And I'd be willing to bet most of you here don't want anything to do with this stablecoin system, DigiCash. It's not cash. It's not currency. It's not money. What is it? It's a stablecoin. That's the workaround. Look at what they did. Executive order, no central bank digital currency. He's laughing at you. He was spraying his shorts, realizing what a win this was going to be for himself with his own stablecoin. I'm talking about President Trump and these corporations, BlackRock, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, the Wall Street super banks, all of them are going to have their own stablecoin. And they can issue it in any amount they want with no oversight. We can't. This is a private system managed by the Fed. You think the Fed's going to really tell you what's going on here? Honestly, you can't make it up. What they just did under the smoke screen of Epstein. It's incredible. It really, really is. And I bet 90% of the people have no idea what just happened. They don't realize that we just got a new monetary system. That is absolutely unconstitutional. There is not a single provision anywhere, not even remotely, that says we can have private corporations issuing quasi-cash or whatever this is. Stable coins are not money and they're not currency. What is it? You tell me what it is. It's a beast system is what it is. Programmable, traceable, trackable, and you lose. But this is winning. Rah, 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 right, MAGA people? This is winning. You know what? Maybe I am calling you guys and girls up because you were too stupid to listen to what I said was going to happen. I lost thousands of you telling you where this was going to go. Where are you? You still got your thumb in your rectum deep? That's where it is, isn't it? Keep it there. Maybe it belongs there. I don't know what to say, man. Freaking crazy. I don't know what to say. It's insane. Yeah, no, they're not coming out. You're right. Some MAGA people, they're up in arms about the Epstein thing. That the hype leading up to the presidential selection, and then even afterward, then all of a sudden it's all vanished. Yeah, that's what they wanted you to focus on, while they pulled off this thing here in the background. What countries would you move to? Somewhere outside this Babylon system, because it's gonna go all over. Now that the United States is the hub. It's a great question. All right, I've been telling people the United States is the hub, 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 hub. Does that sound familiar to you? Hub, 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 hub. Now that we pulled this off with a pacified society who doesn't know what to do, we didn't know what bathrooms to use under Obama. You remember that? Don't know what bathroom we can use anymore. Now this guy, it's just taken on a whole new level. I'd rather be in the bathroom situation than one I'm in right now. At least that was the laughable. This isn't laughable. This is the most destructive, evil system that has been shoved down our throat, and our illustrious president just signed it into law. We can't make it up. We can't make it up. But that's where we're at. It is ungodly. You're 100% right. This is, again, look, man, the only way to fix this system would have been to return to a gold-backed monetary system. Again, President Trump could have done this at any moment. He could do it right now, but he won't, especially in light of what just happened. His own stable coins are going to be used. President Trump created this at the beginning of the year. Look it up for yourself. You don't believe me? Greg's making it up. He's a liar. USD1. Look at the name. USD1. Trump. Okay. His own stable coins, not currency. It's not money. Okay. And now he's got his corporate friends in here, BlackRock, all the Wall Street super banks, Vanguard coin, all of it. They're all going to do it because now this gives them access to, well, infinite wealth instantly created out of nothing. These stable coins, well, they create them. They can do what they want, right? What do you get? You get to stick them in every one of your orifices and you lose. You realize that, right? You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Exactly, Freak Loretta. You remember President Trump saying he's a stable genius? You think they always tell you their book dictates, and it's veiled. It was a veiled thing. I'm a stable genius. Okay, now we got stable coins, genius bill. This genius bill that just got signed into law. Do you see how they work? These are demons. This is devilism. This is what the book, and I'm pointing towards the Holy Bible right here that I have right next to my computer here. Okay, because in my free time I sit here and I read through that, and I would hope more people would do it. Guys, I'm telling you, man, it's just over. We lost. We have absolutely lost. All right, guys. Anything else you want to cover before we bring it in like we do? Again, I'm going to have, I don't know if I'm going to get it done tomorrow. I'm going to try. I'm working on so many things for you. I was going to publish another paper today with regard to President Trump now signing into law that you can invest in cryptocurrencies via your 401k. I'm working on it. I wanted to have it done. I got caught up with all this other stuff. I'll try to get that out to you tomorrow via the newsletter for those of you that do sub to that. With regard to the newsletter, people listen to me, the Freedom Platform, as you already know, my morning videos will not exist after the 4th of next month. My morning videos and my markets to look ahead, which is already over on the Freedom Platform, you're not going to have access to it. I will continue the live streams here for those of you that feel like this is free. Okay, what is freedom? Freedom is defined as what? AI screen videos, AI screen comments, obviously scammers and bots and shills and all that. That's freedom, I suppose. Here, you want to get out of that. $3 a month, man. That's all. And I'm trying to build something here for all of us. I'm asking you to give me a chance. Give me just a shot here. I promise to make it worth your while. But a lot of the stuff I'm covering here is not going to be available to you if it's not worth $3 a month for the work that I put into all this. Then I don't know what to say, man. I don't. Ask my wife. She never sees me. She got to make an appointment to see me because of how I'm constantly working. I'd like to think that what I'm doing is worth $3 a month to have freedom to have to build something here. But if you don't feel that that's where you want to go, that's fine. That's why I'm going to continue with these live streams here for you. That might go away at 1.2. I want out of here, man. I want out of here. Yes, I got a wife. I got a wife. Is it so hard to believe that Greg has a wife? I also have, let's have some fun, this Evel Knievel doll. Evel Knievel. Look at that. Yeah, I got the little crank thing. It's the coolest thing ever, man. It really is. Yeah. And I got some friends. These are some of my best friends. That's when they used to look a little different than I do now. That's my buddy Frankie. That's Jimmy LaRocca, the drag racer. That's him. That's him right there. He's probably watching this right now. I know you are, buddy. And you're laughing, aren't you? You know, you got to have a little fun once in a while. People, let me just say this before we get going here. This is real money. Currency is not real money. Stable coins. The stablecoin scam that we just got signed into law, this backdoor central bank digital currency, orders of magnitude worse than a central bank digital currency. Again, there's no over. Imagine what just happened right in front of you. Did you ever think you would live long enough to see what just happened here? The creation of a privatized stablecoin system outside, thank you, Mitch, of congressional authority at every level, overseen by the Federal Reserve. That's what we just got. And it happened like that overnight while everyone was distracted looking at Epstein. A list that you're never going to get to see. It's an amazing time. It's absolutely crazy. Evel Knievel and the Sky Cycle. Yeah, I had a Sky Cycle when I was a kid. It's gone. This is actually a repo, this Evel Knievel thing. I think I got it off eBay. I think I paid like $50. It's with it works just like the ones when we were a kid, if you're as old as me. That's crazy, man. Cindy, no, we got something way worse than a central bank digital currency. That was the bait. The switch is what we just got, Cindy. Way worse. There's no comparison. Go check your inbox. I outlined everything, even in this video, what we actually got. You're going to wish we had a central bank digital currency. That would be within congressional authority. Right now, this is an abomination. This is absolutely unconstitutional. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say that private corporations get to issue stable coins, and it's not currency, it's not money. So for those people out here who thought that Trump was saving you by that signature, outlawing or banning central bank digital currency, it was a mockery. You were mocked. You were laughed at. MAGA people, what are you doing about it? You still got that thumb in your rectum? You got both of them up there now? I'd like to see that contorted position just for fun, because that's what it looks like you've been having since I told you where this was going to go. We, right here on this blog, have outlined everything. We knew we were going to a full tokenization. This executive order was a joke. I told you it was a joke since day one. Just like I told you that Doge was going to be a joke since day one. You think I nailed that one to the wall? Yeah, I did. Jonathan, right? You're right, Jonathan. They all are. And they're dragging us down with us. They're dragging us all down with them. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. Freaking absolutely nuts. Guys, it is time. All right. We're going to bring it in a moment. But remember what I'm saying. You already know this. My markets will look ahead. You're not going to see it unless you've already joined us in the Freedom Platform. Link in the description of this video. And on the 4th, my morning videos will no longer be here. All right. I need you guys to give me a shot here. Give me a chance to build something for all of us. All right. Join us over there. The strength in numbers. We are going to build our own community here. We are going to make a positive difference in the world if it kills me. All right. Love you. Bring it in. You ready? You ready? Come on. Love each other. Care about each other and be charitable people. That's it. I will have some stuff out for you with regard to the market, and I'm working on this other paper, which I'll have out for you tomorrow, I think. At least I hope so. Okay. For those of you looking forward to the markets and look ahead, you're going to find some good stuff in there too, man. But I want you guys, come away from this with realizing that if we don't do something, we're really in a lot of trouble. The trouble has just begun, and there's not enough of us. This is why we need, again, when I tried to, the July 4th march on the Fed, it was an incredible thing. Why? It will. Ethereum, but cryptocurrencies are going to go crazy, in my opinion, as the currency is dissolved in favor of stable coins again, which aren't currency and they're not money. I still believe you need to be in cryptocurrency, which a stable coin is a digital thing called stable because it's backed in this case by the dollar, or it could be treasuries, which are nothing but they're not stable. They're still being managed by the Federal Reserve. The core of the system is still being managed by the Federal Reserve. Let me tell you something about President Trump real quick. I told you guys and girls during President Trump's last tenure, no president did more to make the Federal Reserve stronger than President Trump during his last tenure. And I told you before the presidential selection that whoever they selected would be the best friend to the Federal Reserve and the biggest traitor to the United States we've ever seen. I didn't know if they were going to pick Kamala or they were going to pick this guy. They picked this guy. We got the best friend to the Federal Reserve, and now corporate America, BlackRock, Vanguard, all this stuff with it, because now they can all issue their own stable coins here, okay? And the biggest traitor to the United States we've ever seen. Circumventing the Constitution by lying to you, by saying no central bank digital currency, but then does this. Orders of magnitude worse than the central bank digital currency, which just happened. People don't even know it. People are going to go to sleep tonight, 90% of the population not even realizing what happened today. But you know. You know why? Because you're here. And I will never let you down. I promised you guys and girls that I will never let you down since day one. And I don't think I've ever let you down, not once. And if I have, I apologize. I've tried my hardest. I am just a human being. Okay, I don't have any magical powers or special anything. In fact, I'm zero. The one thing I know is I know nothing, okay? But at least I'm paying attention. And that's what I think all of us need to do. Raise your awareness. Pay attention. That's all I've been saying to you guys for I don't know how freaking long, over 10 years. We're making a difference here, people, but we got to unify. We have to come together and realize what's happening here. And I'm saying it, I'm going to tell you again, if you have the means, be ready to get out of the United States, because we are devolving into a completely unconstitutional, non-constitutional system where not even your basic freedoms are going to matter anymore. Due process, they want to see what they can get away with. And it's not just for these illegals, okay? Everyone thinks it's all about them now. And these concentration camps that are being built, it's not for them. It's for you. If you don't comply. And that's what they're going to want. They're going to expect you to do. And that's another thing. With this programmable cash, if you're one of these, well, it's not even cash, it's not currency. These stable coins, the flick of a button, whatever you think you have in your bank account, first of all, it's all digits. It's not real. They will erase it. They're going to have you by the throat, more so than you have ever dreamed of. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare become real. I'll see some of you on Sunday for my markets to look at, okay? I will see all of you on Monday. Again, that's being phased out. So people, if you have not yet, I'm going to ask you one more time. Give me a chance. One shot. That's all I'm asking for. Just one. If you're not happy with the Freedom Revolution platform that I'm building here, and I'm in the early stages of this, you can unsub. You can, if you decide, oh, I made a mistake. I don't want to pay $3 a month. I'm out of here. Okay. Just unsub. You're just done. Just give me a chance. That's all I'm asking for. I've had your back for well over 10 years. I'm asking you to have our back, not me, our back, because I'm building something together. All right. And we're going to carry some people. We're going to carry some. I intend to, again, continue this live stream for those who really honestly say that they cannot afford 11 cents a day, because that's really what it comes down to. So we're going to carry these people who say they can't. I have to believe that they're telling me the truth. So I'll remain here until such a time where either YouTube gets rid of me. I'm surprised I'm still out here, or we just get out. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here on YouTube anymore. It's too long. Anyway, that's it, guys. All right. I'll see you. And I love you guys. I mean it with all I got.